philosophical questions about human nature and the human condition. Today's question: is intelligence more important than wisdom? Is intelligence more important than wisdom? I'm going to come to this question from two sides. I'm a Christian, so I'm going to answer it in a Christian sense and also in a non-Christian sense. I'll keep the Christian one short and simple. The short answer in the Christian sense for me, biblically speaking, that means in the Bible, wisdom is more important than intelligence, to the point where it actually says that an intelligent person who isn't wise is a dangerous weapon. Take that how you want it. So biblically, intelligence comes second, wisdom comes first. I know many people who I would classify as very wise, but they're obviously intelligent, but I wouldn't say they're like, academically on the PhD more, that like level of intellectual thinking. Now let me come towards this from a different viewpoint, non-churchy Christian viewpoint. This is philosophy anyway. So let's think about this as a whole. Their wisdom and intelligence are very different. So intelligence is the same thing as knowledge. So I'm going to change the wording from intelligence to knowledge. So this is knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is you could say the ability to know something, or it's having learned something. So if you say someone is knowledgeable, it means that person knows a lot about something. Maybe they've studied that thing or they have experience in that field. That is knowledge. Wisdom is saying this person has knowledge and they have applied it based upon experience in a way that we would define as good. Sometimes not good, but maybe you could say they've applied it in a way that makes the most sense. Wisdom is how you apply knowledge. What's more important? To just learn something, or to learn then implement it? I'm sure you know the simple answer, and that is wisdom is the next step of knowledge. Now, I said something at the start. I said a knowledgeable person without wisdom is a dangerous weapon. Can a human being become a weapon? 2020 has been a very interesting year. And we have seen a lot of fake news. Fake news is not real news. It's fake news. It's not a new problem. It's sad to see a lot of people that I would classify as intelligent not have wisdom. And the saddest fact about fake news is that these are people that are intelligent, that have knowledge, so they study and with enthusiasm and passion, because what they say sometimes they believe in, sadly, without really doing the due what? Oh my gosh. Due diligence. Is that how you say it? Yes. Without doing the due diligence. Why can't I say that word properly? Without doing the due diligence to really understand what they're researching and also how that affects people, and also to look at other opinions. I think it's important for us as a people to have wisdom more than knowledge, because when fake news is out there, we as people want to learn. It's in our nature, in our DNA. So we click on this video, we hear this story, and in our minds we're like, I am getting knowledge, and knowledge is power. The more I know, the better. And if you don't know the entire truth, the knowledge that you pick up, you think it's a full knowledge, so you're going to go out there and preach it or tell your friends or reshare it. And before long, a lot of people are knowledgeable on the wrong thing. This is where a lot of problems come from. And sometimes a lot of groups of people that think a wrong mindset come from. Racism is one of those. Stereotyping, one of those. A lot of things, bigotry. So many things come from people having knowledge, but not the full knowledge. So I would actually go and say part of wisdom is choosing to actively grasp the full knowledge. So to know the entirety of everything, to make a wise choice. Yeah, I am going to say that. Wisdom is choosing to learn everything and not to stay in your little bubble and say, what I know is true. I'm going to say this. The reason why I am a Christian is because I chose it growing up. There's a lot of young people in churches that leave when they get to late teens, early adulthood. And the ones that stay are the ones that actually made a choice to look into it. To be like, you know what? I was born in this, raised in this. Let me do my own research and make a choice. Now that is wisdom. Wisdom is actively choosing to be smart enough to say, you know what? I am going to choose to gain more knowledge so I can apply it. Yeah. So wisdom is how you apply knowledge. Knowledge is simply information. A computer has knowledge. Does that make it good? Knowledge does not have a good or a bad attribute put next to it. Wisdom does. But in life, there's some things that you shouldn't know. And I guess wisdom is choosing what those things are. The reason why I avoid a lot of addictions is because I choose to only allow certain things into my environment. And that's wisdom. Part of wisdom is knowing what is acceptable to allow into your 5 senses, 5 main senses. I know there's more. Knowledge is simply saying, I'll take everything in. Let me use, it's a crazy illustration. Hopefully it makes sense. If it doesn't, dislike the video. If it kind of does, like the video. So I'm going to use your... Should I say brain or ears? This is a tough one. I'm going to say the brain. There we go. Your brain. I am not a neurosurgeon. I don't know anything about brain. I'm not a psychologist. Disclaimer, I know nothing about brains. This is just me speaking about the little knowledge I have, the tiny knowledge that I have. So, the brain always takes in information, knowledge. at any waking moment, your brain is picking up everything. Every noise, every hiss, every buzz, every tick, every this, every that, every stimulus, your brain is always picking it up, which you could define that as the brain is constantly getting information, it's getting knowledge. But if you have a brain, you will know this, so I hope you do. Your brain does not always show you everything. People with disabilities sometimes struggle to just do life because they can they are taking in information, but they are also actively trying to process it, so they get disorientated and this and that. And a lot of things in our brain are kind of automated so that we can do life. And that is wisdom. The brain choosing what things are automated is the brain saying, okay, I'm going to, based upon what's around me, decide to do A, B, C, and D in different areas. One is going to be automated, one's going to be manual. For example, breathing. That's like in the middle, you know. You can control your breathing, but if you don't think about it, you won't stop breathing. You will keep breathing. Your heartbeat, that's automated, but your brain can kind of control it as well. You know, when you get scared or shocked, your heartbeat goes up. Why? When you cut yourself, why do you feel pain? What really is pain? Pain is a chemical in your brain. It's crazy how the brain chooses what to prioritize. And that's, for me, is knowledge and wisdom coming together. But the brain choosing what to prioritize, that is wisdom. That's my example. So yeah, what's more important? Wisdom. Knowledge is, it's alright. Thanks for watching.